Good morning, Bucknutters, and welcome into the Bucknuts Morning 5, and also welcome into June. It is June 1st, 2015, and I am Dave Biddle. Nike's The Opening regional camp was held at Ohio State on Sunday, and 5 notable recruits qualified for The Opening, which will be held on Nike's campus in Oregon this summer. The 5 include 4-star wide receiver Austin Mack, who will announce his decision this Sunday, 4-star corner Damar Hamlin, 4-star running back Demario McCall, who is already committed to Ohio State and is ranked as the number 2 running back in the country, according to the 24/7 Sports Composite, 4-star tight end Jake Hausman, who is already committed to Ohio State, and 4-star defensive end Jonathan Cooper, who is already committed to the Buckeyes. As for Austin Mack, the dean of Ohio State football recruiting, Bill Kurelic, was there covering the event yesterday. He says there is a 90% chance Mack will commit to the Buckeyes. When Bill says 90%, that's as close to 100% as you'll ever hear him get. So it sure sounds like Mack will be a Buckeye, and we'll find out for sure in 6 days. As for Damar Hamlin, he was named the MVP of all the defensive backs that were in attendance at the camp yesterday. Hamlin is considering several schools, but it really appears to be a 2-team race with Ohio State and Penn State. The Buckeyes have 50% of the crystal ball picks, with the Nittany Lions checking in at 43% for the Pittsburgh native. As for McCall, Hausman, and Cooper, they continue to impress whoever sees them in person or whoever reviews their film. It's also good for the Buckeyes that they were all at the camp because they can help recruit other top prospects to join them at Ohio State. So congrats to all those guys on getting invites to the opening this summer. That'll be a lot of fun for them, and it's good exposure for them. And again, it might help Ohio State reel in other top prospects. Another 2016 recruit that was at Ohio State yesterday for the opening regional was 4-star offensive tackle Landon Young from Lexington, Kentucky, who is verbally committed to the Kentucky Wildcats. But as our Bill Kurelic reports, the Buckeyes, quote, rolled out the red carpet for Young, and he came away very impressed. Young is a big boy. He's 6'7", 270 pounds, and he is ranked as the number 18 offensive tackle and the number 164 overall prospect in the country, according to the 24/7 Sports Composite. Young told Kurelic that he's now considering 4 schools: Kentucky, Ohio State, Alabama, and Auburn, and he says Ohio State moved up on his list. He will make official visits to all 4 of those schools this fall and will make his decision after that. Young has been verbally committed to Kentucky since June of 2013. Yes, 2 full years ago. But it sure sounds like there's a good chance Urban Meyer will flip him to Ohio State. The player at the camp who turned in what's called the, quote, top Nike football rating was 2017 wide receiver Donovan Peoples-Jones from Detroit Cass Tech. And that's good news for Ohio State because the Buckeyes are receiving 56% of the crystal ball picks for Peoples-Jones at this early stage. Michigan State has 33%, and Michigan checks in at 11%. At yesterday's camp, Jones measured in at 6'1", 190 pounds, ran the 40 in 4.47 seconds, and had a vertical leap of 38 inches. The 5-star Peoples-Jones is ranked as the number 3 wide receiver and the number 12 overall recruit in the country in the 2017 class, per the composite. Switching gears from recruiting for a moment, Urban Meyer addressed the media on Friday and talked about Braxton Miller, as you probably know. I want to give my take on that real quick. Yes, I think Coach Meyer was being completely sincere. He thinks Braxton Miller is coming back, and I think that's the plan as well. I think Braxton has no plans to transfer. I realize he still could sometime this month. Russell Wilson didn't transfer from NC State to Wisconsin until June. I get that. I just think all along Braxton, the plan was never for him to transfer. He wants to come back to Ohio State. The question is his shoulder, and that's the huge question, and everybody knows that. I think Urban Meyer, people say he couched his statements. I think he's just not sure if Miller's going to be healthy. If Miller's healthy, which is a huge if, he's going to compete for that starting quarterback job, right, with JT Barrett and Cardale Jones. What do I think will happen? I think Cardale Jones is going to be the starter. JT Barrett is going to play in some capacity, and I'm hoping Braxton Miller takes the $1 million insurance policy and moves on with his life. But he's getting ready to play. I mean, the guy's never been in better shape, as Urban Meyer said. And if you look at Braxton, you can just see that. And if the shoulder's healthy, he's going to give it a go. Is he going to switch positions? That's another question that keeps getting asked. I don't know. I've said that maybe that's a possibility, but I'm starting to think maybe it's not because Urban Meyer said there's been no talk of Braxton switching positions. And if he does switch positions, he's going to have to take hits on the shoulder. So if the shoulder's not healthy enough to play quarterback, will he be able to play H-back? Is he going to steal reps from guys like Jalen Marshall and Dontre Wilson and Curtis Samuel? Who knows? Again, what I hope happens is that Braxton takes the $1 million insurance policy and moves on with his life. But sounds like he's going to stay at Ohio State and give it a go, and no one can blame him for that. We're all rooting for Braxton Miller. Thanks to everyone for tuning into the show. I really appreciate it and hope you have a great day. Take it away, best damn band in the land.